in a world full of obstacles, in a world that's not just made up of physical obstacles, but also spiritual obstacles, because they both exist simultaneously, the seen and the unseen, and the unseen happens quicker than the seen does. It is so important. You know, that's what the Bible says. We battle not in flesh and blood, but in, I don't know, energy and principalities. I don't know. I know it's principalities. I don't know if it's energy, but we definitely battle in energy. And when you want to accomplish something, when you set out to do something, okay, even if it's just to live, sometimes you have to be determined. I don't want to say fight, but you have to be determined to live. You have to be more determined than your enemies. You have to be more determined than those things that are determined to stop you. Because there are energies, there are people, there are obstacles in our way that are determined to block you. And it's up to you whether you want to take that same determination, whether you want to harness that same determination to move through those obstacles. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. That's exactly the essence, the energy that you have to bring to life itself. Especially nowadays, things are getting easier, but we have to energetically break through. There's been a lot of strongholds that have been set up, energetic strongholds, which means think of it like someone in battle and someone's guarding treasure. And they set up a blockade, a big blockade, a big wall. And they've been working on it for years and years and years, so that anybody that comes to try to get the treasure, they will be blocked by this huge, massive wall. We have to be more determined than whatever is trying to stop us. And a lot of us, because we lack that determination, because we look at that wall and we're like, it's too high, it's too thick, it's too big, it's been there for too long, we give up the treasure that is ours. Because what they don't tell you is you may think, why am I busting through a wall? If it's meant for me, I should be able to just walk up and grab it. But sadly, that is not how it works. That is not the reality of it. And really, honestly, what you're doing is you are giving up your treasure that is just behind that wall. They never told you that the people who made the blockades, the energies, the entities that made those blockades were thieves, were spirits, trickster spirits that were sent. And trickster spirits are just spirits that, or entities, and it could even be people that put up illusions to make it seem like what is yours is not rightfully yours. For an example, the whole notion, again, of slavery, and the whole notion that we weren't indentured servitudes first, which really means, if you know anything about indentured servitude, we owned the land, but we didn't have the money. So we would give up the land, we would sell the land, still be in debt, because it was something called interest. And then we would have to work the land that we used to own. Indentured servants were the owners of the land that they worked in. That's what indentured, that's the true history of indentured servitude. So what? They bombard us with this Africa theory. They bombard us with this, oh, you guys were brought over on a boat with history that are lies. His story, his story, his story. So that we don't see that we're being persecuted on our own land. So they make it seem like, they make the illusion that the persecution, that the racism, that the injustice, that the discrimination is okay, that is warranted, that in fact, we're not even supposed to be here. These are the illusions that keep us from reclaiming our identity, what is rightfully ours. And I'm not going on a spiel. This is actually not a spiel about taking our land back and realizing who we truly are. That'll come in the future. We have to claim just the basic things of being happy, being joyful, the God-given miracles, the life that is set up for us. Most of us are living lives that are not even meant for us. It's not ordained, it's not destined, that is not who we came here to be. This is not what we came here to do. Work and work and work, and to be sad, and to be angry, and to be frustrated. The illusionist, the blockades can come in many different forms. The water of the womb. Water is thicker than blood, or blood is thicker than water. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Another illusion. That saying is not an illusion. That saying is saying, the complete saying is not an illusion. But the shortened one is. The shortened one is saying you should be tied to family no matter what. But the shortened version is saying my chosen family is stronger than the one I was born into. So now we have people who harm us in our families. We have people who are destined, or who are determined, there's that word again, who are determined to destroy us, determined to keep us where they are. Our family is not exempt from jealousy and negative mindsets. Our family is not exempt from those things. Our family is not perfect. As above, so below, the light and the dark. Our family can be some of the darkest people in our lives. They can make up the most of that large wall. You see that large wall of blockades? Your family can be the biggest obstacles that's keeping you from what is truly yours on the other side. And because, sorry, my other phone is on. I set a timer. Anyway, woke up earlier and was like, I'm determined to do this, okay? I am determined. Your family can be some of the biggest obstacles. These things that you accept as like I said, that wall that you see, that's like, okay, this wall was built for a reason. It must be their treasure. That illusion, because they're so determined to keep you out, can be some of the biggest things that are blocking you from what is truly yours. You ever have an offer, your family's like, no, no, no. You ever had something good happen to you and your family just brush it aside? All the family wounds that are created, sibling rivalries, mother-father issues, things that you have to overcome and heal from. But If you stick to that saying, to that illusion that you have to stick by your family no matter what, you will never progress. You have to be more determined. And that means a determination in mind, a determination in your emotions, a determination in your spirit, that when people kick you down, when they slander you, when they ostracize you, when they reject you, you have to be more determined. It's not just about, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to sell things door by door, or I'm just going to be on social media uploading. That's one type of determination, but you need them all, okay? You need to be strong here, and in energy, and spirit, and in your soul. You have to be strong and determined. And I know you can do it. You have it in you. You are born like this. 11:11, as I said that. Wish come true. Make a wish. You were born with the determination to knock down any goal, any blocks that have come your way. That Bible saying, a lot of it is like hogwash and da. But the reason why the Bible sticks so much is because it has some truth. And that's the reason why I quote it, because I know a lot of people still cling to those. I know that's a basis for a lot of us. But it's true. And that saying, even if you have to walk away, because religion can be a very strong blockage and stronghold. And it was for me. It kept me stuck in guilt and feeling like I wasn't enough. It kept me feeling unworthy because it speaks of a perfection that doesn't exist. It speaks of an energy that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's not how the universe works. But anyways, I was saying, oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. I was saying, it was a saying from there. I don't know. But I was basically saying you have to be more determined. Because maybe it just wiped out my brain. Maybe it's destined that I stop talking about it, because it really doesn't. So why keep referencing something that I don't even want you guys to, I don't even want you to, like, I couldn't even get it out, but that's a stronghold. So I'm not going to connect my message to a stronghold. So I think that's why it just completely wiped out of my brain. But there are many determinations. You are born to do this. You are born to be great. Oh, that's what it was. I was saying, God will never give you more than you can handle. You came into this life with a purpose, with a destiny. You weren't just born by accident. You aren't just a byproduct of whatever, of some physical action. Everything happens in the spiritual first. You have to think in terms of energy and vibration. Whatever family dynamic you were born into, whatever societal dynamic you were born into, you were meant to come in and break free from it. Some people, I'm going to be honest, some people were born to show us what it's like if you don't have that determination, if you don't break free. And they are some of the most unhappiest people. And I send them my love, because they are an example of what not to do. And it's even a stronghold that says, you know what? It's okay to be bad. That's another big blockage, a big stronghold that keeps us from achieving our goals. Because the seeds you sow are the seeds you reap. And that's what people don't understand. So you think you're getting ahead by doing this or doing that, and you see people get ahead by doing this or doing that, but you don't live their reality. You don't know the things that they're doing, how much they're suffering, how much energy they have to put in to keep up what they're doing. Sometimes you see it on the outside though. They talk about, oh, I was on drugs, I was depressed, you know, these big rich people, right? And some of them, you know, the real rich ones, some of them billionaires, they are empty inside. It's like they're walking hollow. You know, they talk about that with Mark Zuckerberg. You can see it in his eyes, and they don't even think he's human anymore because he's just gone behind the eyes. They talk about Elon Musk. Look how awkward he is. He has so much money, supposedly so smart, but look how awkward he is. Do you see him? I mean, you may see him laugh and have fun, but it's awkward. It has no substance, no depth. You can see there's no depth to him. You do not have to sacrifice. I'm here to tell you that is a stronghold. You do not have to sacrifice moral integrity, substance, your soul, your creativity for success, for money, for wealth, for prosperity, for happiness. They actually are stronger if they coexist together. They are stronger if they coexist together. That is another illusion. That is another big blockade that we look and we're like, oh my goodness, that is a principality, that is an idea, a false one that has been put up. You have to be more determined mentally, and that's where that mental determination comes from. Where you're like, no, I know I can be happy in this. I can have this and that. Those sayings, you can't have it all. I can have it all. I will have it all. You have to be determined in that. Your thoughts, your beliefs shape your reality. If you don't believe you can have it all, you won't have it all. But I'm here to tell you, you can have it all. Not only am I here to tell you, I am destined to show you. I just got chills. I am destined to show you that you can have it all. It takes some adjustments. It takes some breaking free of strongholds. And maybe that doesn't look the best. But that's why you have to break out of that societal mold that they have you in, of what your life is supposed to look like. Your life is what you make it, what you dream it, what you want it to be. Talk to the universe, talk to nature. Ask them, talk to your ancestors, your guides, that higher spirit that's pulling you. For those of you who are religious, there is something that's pulling you. Maybe you misidentified it because that's the only thing that was given to you is the religion to say, hey, that's what this thing is. But there are other things that it could be, other energies, other possibilities. But if you can't focus on that, just focus on that feeling of, I know that there's something more. And you pray to that something more. And you ask them, what do you have for my life? I love it. One of my favorite sayings in spirituality, in the new age spirituality, as they say. When people are trying to manifest, when people are trying to get in touch, is universe, show me how good my life can get. God, show me how good my life can get. Source, show me how good my life can get. Then you have to be determined to get there, because there will be obstacles, there will be blockages, there may be setbacks and delays. But everything happens as it should. You may think, hey, this is going to happen by the time I'm 30. But here you are 30, and you still got a couple more years to go. Or it's not looking like it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to be determined to not let time, the illusion of time, keep you back. Oh, it didn't happen by 30, so I'm giving up. It's never going to happen. No, don't. But at 31, it was going to happen. At 32, at 33, it was going to happen. So now you gave up, and now you're going to turn 31, 32, 33 anyway. Anyway, you're going to turn those ages anyway. These are some of the that's the grit and determination the strength that you have to have in order to keep going. Because I know you can. Because you are meant for it. We are meant for greater. We are meant for higher. And even if it's just as simple as being happy, being at ease. That is just a higher octane, a higher vibration than a lot of us are right now. And if it's just even as simple as that, then that's the higher, that's the bigger, that's the destined. Because to be happy, to be joyful, to be at peace within yourself and with your surroundings is the greatest gift we can have. To be grateful for your life every day and live it to the best that you can. It sounds simple, but a lot of us are still wanting more. A lot of us are waking up angry, frustrated, going to sleep, sad, depressed. We're taking it out on other people. We're perpetuating cycles of abuse. When you can just break free, you have to have the determination to break free. You have to have that determination to not be a result of your circumstances, to not be a product of your circumstances, but a result of your determination. I am the ending result of my determination, not a product of my circumstances. Because, baby, first of all, food stamps, Section 8, constantly moving, family issues, 2 parents on drugs, a very strained sibling dynamic. I was dark-skinned. I had a big forehead. I was very bright, energetic, and cheery. And best believe that is shut down very early because you children aren't even happy. Teased. I grew up in some of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore, exposed to a lot. Those stories, early mother pregnancy, this, that, losing my way. I've seen a lot of I was always in the smartest of classes. I've seen a lot of my classmates who were in the smartest class in middle school go to high school completely, because they wanted to be popular, completely throw it all away. They didn't choose to stay true to their intelligence, to who they are. They chose to fit and conform. It happens as kids. But I went all the way, despite not having it. Worked at 16. despite not even having basic necessities. I suffered from low blood sugar when I was in high school. I suffered from hormonal imbalance. I had a really, really rough upbringing, a really strained relationship with my mother, my father. Got older and found out my siblings do not like me, like can't stand me. Like my whole family basically can't stand me, mother and father included. Like, if you are born with the light, you have to keep going. I am unique. I always thought differently. I never, if some people would think, oh, yeah, let's go this way, I would think, no, but what about that way? That way is actually better. How come you guys didn't think about that way? Or there's this way and that way, and most people is choosing this way, but I'm like, wait, but there's another way. There's a third way. I worked in the nursing field. Despite all odds, despite even still living with my parents in college, I was dealing with all types of anxiety, all types of spiritual attacks that I didn't even know was spiritual attacks, because I was super religion at that point. The deeper I got into religion, the worse my anxiety became. The worse the spiritual attacks became. Mental attacks. People in my life just betraying me in all sorts of ways, me being abandoned, people not showing up for me after I poured in so much energy into them, not being able to make outside connections because I was never chosen. I was always overlooked. And going to nursing and experiencing so much racism because of the knowledge that I had. Because I wasn't willing to just play my part as an under. Because I didn't kiss butt. I was an individual with my own mind. Because I was caring. I was intelligent. Because they couldn't knock me down. They couldn't put me in my place. Then to say to society and leave nursing completely, even after having kids. Because usually after having kids, you lock down, right? That's the mentality. You're stuck wherever you're at, right? No. Having kids just inspired me even more. It gave me some type of grit to choose me, to choose more. It did the exact opposite. It helped to set me free. You see what I'm saying? Most people think of kids as this lockdown, as this constraint. It did the exact opposite. They set me free. I'm getting real emotional because I hope y'all can feel the depth of this. For me to go on this journey to find out what my true purpose is, and for me to be standing in it right here, right now, as you're listening to me. 2024, I was 85 pounds. I was 85 pounds. Y'all want to know why I do this so often? Because it is such a blessing. Every time you guys see me, you guys are seeing a powerful transformation. It's not just about gaining weight, because it was a reflection of my inside. My outside was a reflection of my inside. I just saw a quote from Michael Jackson, and I knew he was really skinny, but I didn't put it together that he had anorexia, and I suffer from anorexia. And anorexia is not about starving yourself. It's not about starving yourself for looks. Anorexia is literally a loss of appetite. That is the medical term. Anybody can experience anorexia. If you lost your appetite because of anything, you experience anorexia. But he said he really had problems with anorexia because he said, I'm not like my brothers. When they get angry, they just take it out on other people. But when I get angry, and boy, do I get angry, I take it out on myself. Because I grew up around people, around an environment in Baltimore City of people taking their stuff out on other people. In Maryland, in the world, and in society in general, people usually take out their frustrations on others. But I was determined not to do that. But instead of setting myself free, I didn't know how to set myself free. I took it out on me. I harmed me. I neglected myself. I didn't eat. I put others first. I people pleased. I worked myself to the bone and said that I didn't matter. But here I am today. I chose me. I said, never again will I ever be. Never again will I ever be that small, that skinny. Ouch. If y'all know anything about this tree behind me, its leaves are prickly. This is a holly tree, I believe. Whew, it hurt. I am just a walking testament of the transformation you can go through. Flat, sunk. My face was sunken in. I could see my ribs. I can literally do this with my hands around my thighs. My thighs were this big. Now look at them, nice and meaty. But my outside is now a reflection of my inside. I feel whole. I feel calm. I feel safe in the environment that broke me. I am living in the environment that broke me. I'm living around the people who broke me. Every day, every night, I'm sharing a bed with someone who broke me. But I'm not doing it, you know. When I mean sharing a bed, I mean that literally, not metaphorically. Because you can't engage, especially sexually, with someone who has it out for you, because that damages you. That damages you. It really does. For 10 months we've been here. I have people manifesting. Even this last 2 days. Faith, you're getting chunky. Are you pregnant? A mother manifesting constantly. She just constantly keeps asking if I'm pregnant. Why? Because they look at pregnancy as a stop, as something that will slow me down. And it will actually in this point, to have another baby with someone who I know is karmic, who I know is not for me, who I know does not have the best interest for me, it will block me, it will slow me down. But I haven't had sex since we've even been here. And that's been 10 months. It's been longer than that, but I'm just saying. And for them to just keep saying, those are spoken words over me. They are trying to manifest for me to slow down, for me to not reach my goals, for me to not move forward. You have to be more determined. I am thriving. I am no longer in survival mode. When I was skinny and I was having those weight issues, it was a result of my nervous system not feeling safe. Because I've been through some stuff. Big blowout energy. A lot of chaos. A lot of devastating events that has occurred. A lot of devastating betrayal. I've been in contact with a lot of cold-hearted people, and I know you have too. I'm only saying this because I am you. I am a reflection of you. I am a being living and breathing here, a spiritual being. Here in the physical learning, I am learning just as you are. I'm experiencing just as you are, whether you look like me or not. but especially if you look like me as well, because we got some unique difficulties that was placed. The whole goddamn American government, the American system is set up to discourage us. This is a very discouraging system for us. And they just tell us, work harder, work harder, work harder, work harder. That's an illusion. Work harder, work harder, work harder. But what they don't tell us is that it doesn't matter how hard you work. It's always, you do have more obstacles. Like, it's like you're running hurdles, like you're jumping over hurdles. You have to be more determined than those hurdles. You have to be stronger than that wall, because you were born that way. You may have to get back to it. I had to get back to me, get back to little faith. I had to get back to who I am and who I was supposed to be, who I'm meant to be. And I became strong enough where now I can coexist. I am thriving. These past 10 months, I've gained so much weight in the same environment, around the same people, the same energy. People manifesting for me, people under the guise of praying for me. People bringing issues to me, people sending negative energy to me. People trying to create physical conflicts with me. And every time I go, whoop, 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 I'm like the Matrix in this motherfucker, like, whoop. And all the time I'm focused on me. And this is the result. This is your inner reflects your outer. This is not just the, some superficial. This is deep. This is deep right here. I don't know if y'all can feel me, but I hope y'all feel me. Waking up. Maybe some of you guys have issues waking up because you have depression. Waking up and brushing your teeth and taking a shower every day. And I'm not with all the people that's like, you ain't been through nothing, okay? Then you ain't been through enough to feel like that. And I hope you don't really truly hold that, because what'll happen is the universe will be like, all right, let me show you. Let me show you exactly what they talking about. Don't think you're too high. This is why I've been to the lowest of lowest. And I'm going to make it to the highest of highest, so that I can tell people that I get it, I understand. You don't have that wisdom. You haven't been through it. It's okay. But for those of you that understands that wisdom, that experience, I'm telling you, I see you, I hear you, I am you, I feel you, and that you can get through it. I used to run out of my house screaming, out of my mind, through mental torment, through anguish, through just the weight of the pain. And for me to just sit here lighter, brighter, happy, I'm so happy just to be in my own energy. I used to always have to feel like I had to cater to people for them to accept me, for me to be in a community. Now I'm okay to be by myself. And now I have people coming to me. So let me tell you, you can get through it. You will get through it. You just have to be determined. And sometimes all it takes is that one decision in your mind to say, I'm going to be more determined. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to be more determined. I want to know what's on that other side of the wall. I want to know. I want to know. Can you tell me? I want to know about the strangest nights and something. I want to know. Can you shout it? Tarzan, I wanna know. So, like, subscribe. If you like, you can hype your girl up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Say hype me up. It helps to get out the content. Like I said, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Comment, subscribe, share it. Because there are other people who needs this message, who needs to hear this message. And not just hear this message, feel this energy. There's an energy. There are other messengers. There's no one like me. There's no one with this energy. Just know that I've been through the valley of the shadow of death, of darkness, of all of it. And I've came out on the other side. I speak from experience, not borrowed experience, not borrowed wisdom, not I heard, not I learned, not I read. I've been, I did, I saw, I conquered. All right.